Guys, Jair coming at you today in Clash Royale. Welcome to the video, guys. I'm happy to have you here. Today we are joined by the #1 player inside the entire world with 3 Musketeers, no less. It is Jair back on the channel. Very, very happy to have him on, this time watching from the opponent's perspective on the first replay of the video. I figured we could dissect some of the gameplay that led him to #1 with 3M. You don't see that every day. 3M not in the best position ever inside the meta, but hey, at least they're inside the meta, right? So I get some tips from him as well. First, as I said in yesterday's video, just want to touch base with you guys. How are you all doing? I'm doing pretty good. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm going to stop updating you every single day on this, but I am 11 days clean, so to speak, and I'm feeling really tired, but good. I'm feeling tired, but good. It's crazy, man. The big thing right now is I have a scammer on my other YouTube channel in the comments. I've actually seen some scammers here on this channel in the comments as well, basically telling you guys, oh, you want a free giveaway, contact me on Telegram. So I'm kind of dealing with that. I had to reimburse a bunch of people who lost money, but I really can't continue to do that, so I'm probably going to put out a video talking about that. So that's kind of what I've been up to today, on top of getting a new vehicle. I don't have it in my possession, but I purchased a new vehicle, purchased a Jeep, changing from a sedan to a Jeep, so I'm excited for that. Yeah, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. Feeling pretty good about the purchase. Actually save money in the switchover, so that's always a good thing as well, right? How are you guys doing? Let me know in the comments below. Let me know if after yesterday's video, if you decide that you were going to work on anything in your life. Would love to have you join the Be the Best Version of Yourself journey here that we're going on inside the channel. So, let's get to the tips first. He didn't give a ton of them, but they're pretty important, right? First recommendations, do not waste your hunter until the rival makes an overcommitment. I'll repeat that, excuse me. Do not play your hunter until your opponent makes an overcommitment. So essentially until you have an elixir advantage inside the matchup. You want to save your hunter, okay? Golden Knight is super, super strong with his ability when he's placed in specific places. So he wants you guys to keep an eye out during this gameplay for where he's using and when he's using specifically the Golden Knight. So already 2 focal cards here, Golden Knight and the Hunter. Finally, he says 3M. Try to bait out the Fireball or Lightning to use the Hogs with Heal Spirit at the bridge. In the mid game, excuse me, is very important to get the tower at least to 80% safe. Never play 3 Musketeer first play unless your opponent plays them first, which will also probably never happen. I think I was going to make that commentary myself. So it's interesting, he's using essentially the 3 Musketeers as bait to attack with the Royal Hogs and the Heal Spirit. We'll see if he does that very often here inside these replays. So, focusing on the gameplay here, we're already in sudden death overtime of the first replay. Throwing 3 Musketeers in the back is the opponent. Splitting 3 Musketeers, say that 3 times fast. Ruigo's putting in some work on the defense against that drill. And here we go, splitting Royal Hogs right in front of those Musketeers. Fireball does come down by the opponent as well as Logs, so that whole left side of the arena is down. But check out that Golden Knight, man. He's putting in work there against the Mighty Miner. It's going to allow our Musketeer to get to that weak side tower. Maybe, no, bats come down. Here comes the drill. Hey, look at that little ice golem putting in work there against the goblin drill, assisted by the royal ghost as well. 1844 to 1589 is the damage differential here. We go right back with 3 Musketeers, splitting 2 to the strong side, 1 to the weak side, knowing, of course, he has Fireball in hand. So this time we go Royal Hogs a little bit early there. Not so keen on giving all that Fireball damage, right? But again, Musketeer and the Ice Golem do a pretty good job blocking there on defense for us. We don't get too much damage in the left-hand lane. Musketeer does lock in for 1 shot. It's taking it down to 1720. I tell you what, guys, a triple elixir time, a deck like this, it can just absolutely rout your opponent. It's very, very difficult to keep up with 3 Musketeers in triple elixir time. And you'll see he's going to shift to playing the 3 Musketeers in front of the King Tower, given the limited amount of time left inside this contest. So here we go, guys. Mighty Miner coming down. Royal Hogs coming down as well. Heal Spirit assisting in the left-hand lane. So much going on, right? The opponent's defending pretty well, but the Golden Knight does get to the tower, and Golden Knight is the all-star, kind of as we foreshadowed, as we alluded to at the top of the match. Golden Knight getting a lot of that damage. So Golden Knight, I would say in this, if you're going to play 3 Musketeers, Golden Knight's going to be your best friend, okay? You know, there's also an Elite Barbarian version of 3 Musketeers. There's a bunch of versions, right, of 3 Musketeers, but really, really prefer this one, as so does Jair, of course. So here he goes, guys. Again, you can see starting hand here is Royal Hogs, Golden Knight, Barb Barrel, and the Royal Ghost. We go ahead and dispose of that Barb Barrel onto the Fire Spirit of the opponent. Sosa right now is currently, at the time of this recording, in second place. So this is a battle of top ladder, a true battle of top ladder right now for you guys. How do you like live ladder matches, let's say inside the top, I don't know, 400, 300, versus just straight up #1 in the world replays? Because I have more #1 in the world replays for you. Maybe in tomorrow's video, got Ian, my man Ian, back on the channel there, kind of focusing on bait. So let me know in the comments, guys, or grand challenges. Or do you not care? Just, you know, mix it up. Who cares? Let me know. I think personally, I prefer a mix. I think I prefer a mix. I like all three. Each, you know, one has their pros and their cons, right? Because the cons to this sort of content is you know who's gonna win, right? Most likely. I don't get too many pros coming in here sharing losses, right? And they are #1 in the world, so safe to say they had a lot of victories to get there. The allure of the grand challenges, it tells a story, right? We start out 9-0 or 9-1, 9-2, and we try to get to 12 wins. And then the allure, obviously, of live ladder matches is top ladder gameplay live. We don't know if they're going to win or lose again. But we can't see the cards in their hand as we can in the replays, and, you know, seeing the cards they have selected is actually pretty cool, and seeing their cycle and their rotation. Anyway, guys, that's my synopsis of the 3 formats. Here we go. Royal Hogs coming down the right-hand lane. Fireball comes down again. So Fireball log again in this this Mighty Miner and Miter and Mortar deck. Mighty Miner, Miner, Mortar. There we go. So Musketeer comes down from Sosa. Obviously an incredibly good player himself. We do a good job. I mean, that Ice Golem, just such a good kite troop, right? Such a good troop. Underrated, I think, the Ice Golem, personally. I don't know. What about you guys? Alright, so the Golden Knight comes down. It takes care of the Muskie. Royal Ghost is going to go ahead and finish off the Miner on her left-hand tower. We have a nice damage differential here, already in double elixir time. We attack Royal Hogs at the bridge. Fireball comes down along with the Fire Spirit. We do get one little hog nibble, and hey, every damage counts on these Princess Towers. Here we go. It's going to be a Royal Ghost. Those 2 Larrys hit the tower as well. We split 3 Musketeers. You'll notice 3 Musketeers mainly being played not until double elixir time. And again, just as he mentioned, he's very cautious with using that Hunter. He's really keeping that as kind of an ace up his proverbial sleeve, right? So here we go, 3 seconds remaining, 2 and 1. More nibbles on the right-hand tower, 1994, excuse me. And a Mortar comes down from the opponent. We go with an Ice Golem. Johnny on the spot there to go ahead and distract. Ice Golem does a fantastic job of that. Let's see if we go ahead and pop this Golden Knight ability. No, we do not. We go with the Barb Barrel instead. Royal Hogs as well. He fireballs in the right-hand lane. And now in the left-hand lane, we do have a Golden Knight still alive and a couple piggies on the tower. Then we go ahead and utilize that ability. And that's going to really pay off. The fact that we didn't use the ability a little bit earlier there. Nicely done. Nice patience there on the Golden Knight. Here comes a Miner on the tower. Mighty Miner in the lane against a Royal Ghost. We finish off the Miner with a, or actually caught the Miner with the Golden Knight, excuse me. Fireball comes down. Mortar also helping out against those Royal Hogs in the right-hand lane. And Mortar is gonzo. Here we go, 6 seconds before we get triple extra time. We play high 3 Musketeers, snipe that Mortar. Nicely done, nicely done. We do give up a hit, though, on the left-hand tower. So this one is far from, well, it's looking pretty good for us. I'm going to say far from over, but it's looking pretty good. All right, so here we go. Musketeer again on that left-hand tower. There it goes, 10:51. So all we have to do is hold on for dear life. We split 3 Musketeers in front of the King Tower. And again, we do just narrowly get that Ice Golem down in time to distract the Mortar yet again. Here comes the log. Miner on our tower. We attack instead with Royal Hogs. Triple elixir time. The Fireball comes down the right-hand lane. And then the opponent sets up with that Muskie. But we get all those piggies to the left-hand tower, and the tower falls. There she goes. I'm recording a video right now. Say hi. How old are you?
4.
You're not 4, you're 5. He turned 5 this week. Next, we have this one against this kind fellow. Storm? Storm. All right, here we go, guys. No one making a play here thus far. Royal Ghost is selected right now, so it looks like that would be our ideal, or Heal Spirit. Bar Barrel does come down at the bridge. First play. And an Ice Golem to distract the Baby D in the right-hand lane. And the last match, if I have one, we can watch the 4th replay from the vantage point of Jair. That way we can... am I saying that right? Of course I YouTubed how to say Jair. His name is Jay on Twitter, so we'll just call him Jay. We'll just call him Jay, lest I make a buffoon out of myself. All right, this time we're going against a freeze deck, so we don't have to go against Fireball for the first time. However, he does have plenty of weapons. He has a NATO, he has Bowler, as you can see, Baby D, so in Valkyrie, not to mention, right? So I wouldn't necessarily say just because he doesn't have Fireball or Lightning or any of those big spells, I wouldn't say it's an easier matchup because he has plenty of weapons, the opponent Storm here, from the Veterans Clan. All right, so midway through regulation, we have that Bandit selected. And we go with the Ice Golem again to distract the Baby D. Perfect timing, perfect placement. And here comes a Graveyard. So let's see what we do here. We go Hunter. And then we immediately pressure opposite lane with the Bandit. I really like that move. We also had enough Elixir to still go in with the Royal Ghost. You know what? It says something about this deck, right? That, you know, Royal Ghost 3 Elixir, Ice Golem's 2 Elixir, and Bandit's only 3 Elixir. So we can get a lot of value out of those cheaper cards compared to the rest of the deck, right? Alright, so here come the Royal Hogs attacking left-hand lane. I tell you what, guys, if you're not a 3 Musketeer player, sometimes you just watch somebody as good as Jay is, and you can kind of glean a little bit of, I don't know, it's like magic. You watch and you really pay attention to what he's doing, where he's putting the 3 Musketeers, when he's putting his 3 Musketeers, and when he's sending in the Royal Hogs as well. His timing, essentially, right? You watch those habits, those routines, and then you can walk away and just have success, right, with the win condition. So here we go. We send in the Royal Hogs. Nicely done there. We take some Baby D damage, but we basically get the other tower down. So we'll take that trade, and then we get the other tower down. So there we go, guys, with 8 seconds remaining. That's going to be GG's there, making it look really, really easy in that matchup. Man, it's been forever since I played 3 Musketeers. Really, really love the deck. Let's go ahead and, we have one from his point of view. Thank the heavens. Thank the Clash gods here. All right. So here we go against Shaco. I went to drop the confetti. There was no confetti. There was none. It's not a live match, Ash. All right. So here we go again. Royal Hogs first play with the Heal Spirit. Okay. We're going against Splash Yard, but this dude has a Fireball. Splash Yard with Fireball. Yikes. Instead of Poison from the Indian Army. All right, so we go in with a Golden Knight just to kind of distract here. We pop the ability to take care of all those Larrys. He's still sitting at full health, and it looks like he's going to go ahead and respond, with the Bar Barrel and the Baby D. And again, we see a Baby D coming down the lane. Well, we're Johnny on the spot ready with the Ice Golem. Graveyard comes down. We saw last match that we're going to be relying heavily on the Hunter and the Royal Ghost. Now, in this matchup, we know he doesn't have Freeze, so we play both cards relatively at the same time. Last matchup, you saw that he had Freeze, and we had a really, really nice delay there between placing the Hunter and the Royal Ghost. So here we go, guys. It's going to be a Golden Knight way in the backhand right-hand corner. Setting up a little bit of a push here. We haven't done a ton of damage to either of his towers. A little bit to the left-hand tower. Baby Dragon comes down. Of course, Graveyard players want to play same lane. Fireball comes down immediately there. He has Bar Barrel selected. We do finish off the Baby Dragon with the surviving Musketeers. And then, hey, the Heal Spirit is going to make contact. We go with the Bar Barrel. And he's forced to use his 3 Elixir NATO on that Musketeer. Plus, the Barbarian from the Bar Barrel is going to get 2 really lucrative swings on that right-hand tower. Sign me up. All right, so again, damage lead here with 12 seconds remaining in single Elixir time, Opponent looks like they're just going to reload here with a Tombstone, maybe. We go right in with the Piggies. Well, actually, he was ready for the Piggies with the Tombstone. We heal them up, always sending the Heal Spirit in, especially when they have the Tombstone. For 1 extra elixir, hey, we're still getting 100 damage or so off the tower. We'll take it, right? Keep that cycle going. We have a 3-card cycle, obviously, in this deck when we have the Golden Knight on the board. They go ahead and they activate that ability on the Skeleton King. Fireball comes raining down on the Musketeer, but does not hit the Golden Knight. That's going to go ahead and give us license to immediately place the 3 Musketeers now that Fireball is out of hand. Let's see how we handle this situation. We block the Musketeer. We send in a Royal Ghost in the left-hand lane. We have the Bar Barrel selected right now. We're going to go ahead and use the Bar Barrel in the left-hand lane. Fireball's going to come down. And again, you don't have to get a ton of damage every single push, right? Just that relentless, again, we talked about this earlier, that pressure. We get some nice clips on that left-hand tower this time with a Musketeer. We still have a Musketeer alive in the right-hand lane as well, going to finish off those skeletons and then negotiate the Ice Wizard. Meanwhile, on the left-hand lane, we have another 2 Musketeers along with the Royal Ghost. Royal Ghost is going to get to the... Hey, he's going to get to the Skeleton King. That's what he's going to get to. He fireballs the Royal Hogs, but Royal Hogs still touch down to the tower. We're going to kill the Skeleton King using the 2 Musketeers in the left-hand lane. He goes ahead and he pops the ability, but Musketeer is going to clean up those skeletons really nicely. They do a good job distracting, but yet again, relentless 3 Musketeer cycle here behind the King Tower. So we have 2 in the left-hand lane, 1 in the right-hand lane. Royal Ghost. It's kind of a rinse and repeat here, is it not? Is this onslaught of 3 Musketeer pushes, and the opponents, you know, it wears on you. It wears on you going against 3 Musketeer players. At least me. Feels like, geez, you have to defend the same push over and over again, but the pushes are tough, you know? They're big. A lot of firepower, you know? All right, triple elixir time is where we shine. He has Fireball in hand. We go ahead and we split 3 Musketeers in the back. He has that Fireball selected. He's going to go ahead and use it against the 2 Musketeers in the right-hand lane. Let's see if we go all in on the left or what we do here. We leak a little bit of elixir trying to see what he's going to do, and then we just go with a Royal Ghost in the back. We have the damage lead. We don't need to be super aggressive. Look at our King Towers. I mean, our Princess Towers and our King Tower. King Tower very healthy. But look at our Princess Towers. There's no reason for us to panic. Let's just remain the course. Keep splitting 3 Musketeers in the back, right? So here we go, 20 seconds remaining here in the match. Finally, the opponent gets a graveyard down. They go ahead and they nail those 3 Musketeers away, but we have Bar Barrel in hand. We're not scared. We're good to go here. 10 seconds remaining. Fireball comes down, takes care of the 3 Musketeers, but we have a nice big damage lead, and we're going to win off the draw here again using the Bar Barrel, the Ice Golem, and the Hunter to defend that final graveyard. And there we go. GG's to Jair. Got him to #1 in the world, guys. Go ahead and give him a follow on social media. Check out his player stats and profile. You can track him towards the end of this season. Thanks to Clash Royale, our channel sponsor here on Clash with Ash. Thank you guys for watching all the way till the end. And as always, take care, guys.